Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Programming Tool. So today's topic will be about the linked list. So in this video, it will be a basic introduction video and a theoretical video. The implementation video I will show in the next part. So let's come to the video. So what is linked list? So linked list, we can call linked list is a data structure obviously used for storing collection of nodes, and each linked list is a sequence of nodes. So if I write it down, so it is a data structure. I'm writing in short form, used for storing collection of nodes. So basically it is also called a sequence of nodes. So basically each node has data and reference to next node. So I'm going to tell you why. So if I graphically draw the node, it will be like this one node. In one part is contains data and another part contains the reference to the next node. The node So linked list can be represented graphically like this. So the first node is known as the head, and the last node points to null like this. This is last node, it will point to null, and this is the first node, it is the head node. So basically this is the graphical representation of the linked list. This will be the data part, and it's the next part the next it contains the reference to the next node. So if I if I give you a real world example, so this is my example, I think like this way. So linked list can be considered as a railway train. Okay. So these are the four components of the railway train. So the first, the head, or you can say this is the engine, and the last and the fourth compartment of the railway train is the last part. It points to null, means after that it has nothing, it's empty. So this is the whole train, right? So why head node is important? Head node is very much important. So suppose from this linked list, so, I'm going to the above. From this linked list, this is the head part, right? So what I am doing, I'm pointing the head part to the null, means I am detaching from the rest of the nodes and pointing it to the null. So what will happen in this case? If I draw the diagram, so this is a linked list. This is null, and this is the head, right? So if I point this to null, means if I am detaching from the rest of the list nodes, so this all the list nodes will become garbage collected. Why? It's also applicable in the real world. Like, I'm coming to the example of the train. A train is like this is null, this is head, or this is the engine. So what happens if I detach the engine? Means if I plug out the engine from rest of the compartment and points to null. Points to null means I'm pointing it to nothing. So what will happen? So this is the railway track. Suppose suppose my engine gets detached out from the rest of the compartment. What will happen? The engine will go and continue and move on. So rest of the compartments or the railway coaches, what will happen? They are useful for nothing, right? they will become garbage collected. So this is the fundamental part of the linked list. To, together everything they are forming a chain within itself. So these topics is not I have not covered it. You will obviously get it in the internet or any other website if you want. So I'm just explaining you in the raw way. So how can you represent it? Or so I will. So in this video I'm going to show you small representation of the linked list. So what will happen? Uh, I'm going to show you in Java only. So at first you need to create a class, and before that I'm showing you the list node implementation. So suppose this is a public class list node. How each node or will get represented in linked list. Private in data, private list node next. So next is useful referring to the next node or the next bed or the next list node. It will act as a reference. So if I write the whole code, means I will implement it the later in IDE environment or anywhere else, but as a brief introduction, as a brief pseudocode. So how will the total singly linked list will, means you will implement it. So at first if I code in Java, you need to create a class, right? So I say the class as public class, say SLL is for singly linked list, right? Then I need to create an instance variable of list node type. Create a instance variable of list node type. It can be any name. You can give list node, list, anything, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just using list node in this video. That's all. So uh, it will be private list node head. So this is the head variable. So we are using we are creating a head of list node type, right? So that's why we need to create a list node class. So it should be private static class list node. So under that it will contain two things. One is data, private int data, and other is private list node next. So together they are forming a node of linked list, right? but you need to call this variable or store some data in it, right? Otherwise how you can create the linked list. So we need to point it to the next node, right? So we can create a constructor, public list node. I can say in value. So value means we can store the value over there. So this dot value is equals to value, and obviously at first when you will create the linked list or the total linked list, the next will point to null, right? So this is the first structure of the singly linked list. How you can begin with the singly linked list code. So and in the later video I will demonstrate how you can create node, how you can assign values in it, how you can uh, using constructor obviously, and all things. So today's video will be up to this. I hope you will like this video. So if you like this video, so give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. Thanks.